All right. Oh shit. All right. All right. All right. This is I think, the third episode of Off the Mark podcast. Okay, I'm joined here today with my fellow Larry the Lobster buff ass homeboy named Carldee R. Robertson Hamilton. What's your last name?
It's Robertson.
What?
Robertson.
Robertson.
Yeah.
Can you spell that?
It's Roberson.
Robertson. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Robertson, but no T, right? No T?
Yeah.
Okay. So Alejandro is not here today. Well, he's not here yet. You know, my guy's slacking. We don't have Jonathan in the building today either. So we gonna start it off today. We gonna start it off with just us two until everybody else gets here. Now, Carl, how was your night last night, bro?
You know, it was good. Spend time with this girl. You know, got some, little something,
What you get?
Got the cake, put it that way. Got the cake and the ice cream.
Okay,
okay.
So, how was it?
It was nice.
How long did it take you to finish the cake and ice cream?
It was a big cake and ice cream, so it took me about took a little break in between, but
was it chocolate or vanilla?
Both.
It was a mix.
Swirl.
It was a marble cake.
Yeah.
Okay, I could dig it. You left some. Did you put the icing on the cake yourself, or somebody else already did?
No, I put everything on it.
You put everything on. Okay,
yep,
my boy. Did you leave any any extra stuff inside the cake, or or not?
Nah. I just I eat the cake and ice cream. Just put it that way.
So you eat ass.
Nah, that's not.
You never did that before?
Nah, I never eat the ass, man.
Would you ever?
Honestly, I don't think I can do that, man. That's the hole. That hole, the anal, doing anal or whatever, mess with that hole. That's just nasty. Like freaking shit comes out of there, man.
Okay, but it's the same thing. Like on the other side in the front.
Nah. I don't mess with that, man. Like that's. I mean, I don't know. I mean, girls say they like it. I ask girls like, "Oh, will you let me eat your ass?" They're like, "Yeah," but it's like, nah. Me personally, I can't. I can't do that. That's weird.
Okay, so
I don't know, man. I can't do it.
If she wanted to pay you $1 million, would you do it?
$1 million, like.
It should be easy, yes, my guy.
It depends. It depends though, because is it clean, dirty? What?
You don't. I mean, do you ask that when you do you ask that? Come on. Hey, we got Alejandro Andrew shows in the building right now.
I know we was letting models in yet. I thought that was in episode 5.
Yeah, it was a special.
This is a special episode.
You sound like very white.
We needed a placeholder.
You're like one of the sexiest men I know that's alive right now, bro.
Alright, go back to your director's chair, please.
Hey.
And I'm gonna put that one on you. Until we get more cameras, till we get our new budget, a better budget.
I'm about to sink into this chair like a beanbag chair.
Alright, bro, I'm gonna surprise you with the topics.
This just feels right.
You cut the scenes and stuff. How does it work? You just let it.
Cody, you're so damn big.
Go back right there.
You let you punch people in the chest for fun.
Hey, you know Shaq's coming, right?
Hell yeah, bro. That's what I've been waiting for. I'm about to get him in a Kimura.
That's a UFC. Yeah, is that like?
Yeah, Kamara Usman got me hyped, bro. I'm trying to get everybody in grapples. Actually, he knocked. Did you watch the last fight, Carldee?
Bro,
Ooh.
Are you into UFC?
Not really.
Oh, you didn't see Kamara Usman knock out Jorge Masvidal into a different dimension?
I seen the highlight, but I didn't see that.
You got, if you watch it in slow motion, you can see his soul leaving his body.
Yeah.
So it was wild, bro.
Yeah, I seen the highlights. It was pretty gruesome. But
That's like the hardest I've ever seen a human being get hit by another human being. It looked like he let him hit him.
yeah.
He's like, hit me as hard as you can.
Damn, this is like, what's it doing?
You might have to sit next to me, Carl. Cause you're too big.
Oh, you guys are recording?
Yeah.
I thought this was like a mock
Hey, what about those Lakers though?
podcast. What about the Lakers, right?
Lakers, hey, the Lakers are the best of the West right now, man.
Facts. I'm a Laker fan, but
Yeah, you
LeBron.
gotta sit next to me. So
Oh, for us?
get that stool and get the shorter one. Cause you too big.
Damn, bro, I came 30 minutes late on purpose so you could have everything ready.
Bro, I didn't.
By the time I got here. Bro, when Jonathan said I can't make it, I thought that was you, bro. I was, oh, you got a haircut? My man's growing up.
So you know before I was a child. Now,
So what?
I was a child before.
It's not awkward at like.
I don't know what you were
like
before.
angles?
No, so you gonna put the microphone to you, like facing you, but not yet, cause I need to get by.
You look like a background singer. I was Mark podcast and Cardi's like, podcast.
No, you know what would be better if we like get like a round table. You know, like we get something like a round table and everybody's like facing each other. You know?
Everybody dressed like knights.
There was another one, but that one was more expensive, about like $25. So
No, I mean we can make our own. Like you can make one like get like a round table. It's just like get something like this.
You look like you make a lot of things out of wood with an axe. Like,
Hey.
lumberjack. Whatever.
yeah.
But
You like you chop trees down.
with his bare hands and shit.
Yeah, what you... My mom always told me go get some logs for the fire, boy.
So basically, this is gonna be black versus white.
Facts. That's what I've been waiting for, bro. You're white, right? I'm black. You're black. Yeah, plot twist. Just for success. All right.
I'm too loud.
Like as if anybody was waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, come back.
All right.
Nah, just leave it on the stove. Come back. He's on. No, he's on now. All right.
You too loud. You came in a little too excited. Are you sick?
No, I'm just tired, bro. I just worked. My shift yesterday started at 6 p.m. and it ended today at 1:30 p.m. I worked for 19 hours straight, bro. I worked through the night.
what do you do for work?
Can't really talk about it. If I'm 100, it's some government stuff. I can't really talk about it. I signed a confidentiality agreement that
For us.
forbids me from discussing the particular details of my involvement in the business.
You serious right now?
Yeah, bro.
Wait, so now we got that word introduction out of the way. What were you talking about with UFC? So I just want to bring up one thing. I seen a clip on YouTube of this dude like kicking another dude, and his leg like cracked.
Oh,
and then
bro.
he like stepped back. And
It was
then-
like the weirdest UFC
Oh,
ever, bro.
I didn't see that.
Alright, so first it started with someone getting kicked like just perfectly or whatever, like a leg kick in whatever sciatica nerve, tendon, ligament or whatever, and his leg just like gave up on him. It like stopped functioning. It's like he legit just pressed like an off button because he kicked it, and then the guy went to take a step back, but his leg was like, "I'm not with you, bro." So he went to take a step on it, and it wasn't there. So he just stepped and he just fell down or whatever, and then he lost because of that. The next fight after that, somebody threw a calf kick or something like that, and it got checked. So it was shin to shin, and it just, you remember that scene? Remember that Harry Potter scene or whatever when he like broke his arm playing Quidditch, and the guy like does something, and then like removes all the bones from his arm.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. It looked like it wasn't even a whatever. The worst part wasn't even when it kicked, because when it kicked, it broke. It like just snapped or whatever. The worst part is when he went to take a step back on it, because the part that touched the ground was the part that like broke or whatever, not the foot. The foot was at like an angle, and then the whatever bone touched. And he was like, and he was in so much pain, and it sucks. It was Chris Weidman. He was like a legend or whatever. And he just stepped, and yeah.
So I didn't watch the whole clip because I couldn't take it, but I just seen. I'm like, yo, that's heavy, bro.
They had it on YouTube. They were like, Chris Weidman's injury caption, don't watch.
I gotta watch that. I didn't see the highlights. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna keep you up at night, bro.
So a few updates I want to maybe throw out to Hold on, let me answer this text real quick. It's very important.
Damn people. I showed up for this. Shout out Kamara Usman. That fool went to work.
Cap Usman?
Kamara Usman from Nigeria.
Oh.
He and Francis Ngannou. I don't know if Israel Adesanya is also from Nigeria or wherever, but
Which one is the one that was on Joe Rogan?
they were all on Joe Rogan. All three of them was on Joe Rogan.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought maybe it was Israel.
Francis Ngannou is the giant, bigger than Carldee. If you can imagine that. He got his strength from working the salt mines.
That's
a
who
child.
I was talking. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a legend or whatever. Where he's from, he's like royalty where he's from. He went back and bought mattresses for all his people, so they think he's from another planet because they sleep on.
All right. So this is what we need to like get down. So what do you think our schedule should be? We usually record on Wednesdays, but when should you think we should drop our episodes? Cause right now I just drop them whenever I finish editing and shit.
Thursdays, I don't know. Every other week.
Okay. So on Thursdays?
Well, that's when they get dropped. I'm not recording on Wednesdays and then drop them on Thursdays.
Or what about Wednesday and drop on Friday?
Yeah,
All right.
whatever works with you.
Next question. Do you have a table yet at your house?
A table?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. So next
It's a
question.
coffee table. It's
When we move to your house, how do you think we'll handle guests?
handle guests
Yeah.
through the front door. I don't know. Revolutionary idea.
Instead of a door. Traditional.
Through the window.
Traditional way.
They're gonna climb a rope like
Knock.
Rapunzel.
You should open the door. If you don't knock, you don't come in.
All right. Because I got two people. I already sent you one of them, but there's another person that I want to have on.
I'm definitely I'm gonna have to do a background check on whoever it is you send to my house.
You should have a sign up,
Yeah.
Certain sign.
Yeah.
And a metal detector.
And a camera.
So we're doing that
dog,
for y'all.
German Shepherd.
We're going to be getting that done pretty soon, or what do you think?
Is the podcast after the next podcast will be at the residence.
Okay. So we got that, and we're working on the intro.
In my bedroom.
I was thinking about something. Do you think we should add Jonathan to any part of our animations or no?
Did you animations?
Yeah. Or should it just be us two?
I'd rather just have
Like,
us
did
two.
Jonathan care?
I doubt that'd be hilarious if he cared.
He's like, man, I want to be a part of this.
He'd be like, all right, I'm down, but like we need to talk about something.
I need 30%.
Thanks. I need 30% of all the sponsors you guys have.
Okay. Speaking of sponsors, okay, this episode is sponsored by Your Mom's House podcast.
You watched that?
Yeah,
Your
I just
Mom's
got
House
into
podcast?
it.
Tom
Yeah.
Segura? Is that Tom Segura?
Yeah.
Yo, that dude is hilarious. You see his
He's
injury?
not hilarious, but he's
Tom Segura
he's cool.
is
He's
one-
good to listen to. He's just not funny.
He's the top 1% funny people.
I've never seen his
So
his
why would you
stand-up.
say he's not hilarious?
Based on, because Andrew Schultz and Akash are funny on the podcast. Now I watched Andrew Schultz's like stand up, but it's like whatever. But I think he's funnier on the podcast.
Yeah.
Now Tom Segura, I've never seen his stand up, but he's like okay on the podcast. Well, he's funny. He is funny,
Tom
but he's
Segura
not like
regular.
hilarious,
He's
bro.
yeah.
And yeah, I did see his injury, but his girl.
Bro, he's a regular person, bro. That's crazy. She was cute, bro. They're older people
She's
or whatever.
built bombity. Let me stop. Okay.
guess.
Let me stop.
We're
But
not gonna be able to
they're
have
cool.
these people on the show if you keep making fun of their wives, bro.
Bro, he's not gonna see this.
He gonna see you, bro. He does, or I don't know. He's friends with Joe Rogan, bro. He probably knows how to throw a calf kick. Take out.
I doubt it,
Take
bro.
out-
If he broke his arm or his leg or something, his hip,
He just
dunking a basketball.
Yeah, he was trying to dunk. It was funny because he talked about how the doctor was like, that type of injury required like a lot of pressure.
Right.
He was like, "What were you doing before this to like cause?" And he was like, "Jumping."
So I mean, yeah, I just found out about it. I can't, and it's weird how everything is done in literally this world. Anything entertainment wise is like always in LA. It's funny to me because I didn't know they were in LA this whole time, bro. And then I've been watching, so I've been binge watching them for like the past week because I guess they're tolerant enough. They got like good segments, like when they go over like videos and shit, and then they talk about like sex and stuff as if the other person isn't in the room. Like they'll talk about like I was watching one of them. They're like looking at the cyclists like in the shorts and shit, looking at the penis prints and shit. And they were just talking about like it was like normal and there was like no jealousy in there. That's cool. I think their dynamic is good. And then they got like a separate room to do the editing and shit. That shit is tight to me. So shit, hopefully, nigga, if you invest in a podcast, we can, get more stuff.
Yeah, just get good at talking. I definitely. Yeah, bro, you would definitely have some background like voice. You're the type.
Just press the red button.
What red button? Oh. The small one or the big one?
It actually turns into that color after you press it, so probably need more accurate, whatever. No, they just got good at talking because they're both They're both professional talkers.
All right.
So now they just do it in this format, and it's like that much easier.
Yeah.
And they're just good at it.
Yeah.
Bro, what did you want to talk about other than scheduling?
Let me see.
You said like police brutality?
Talk about Russia, bro. Are we gonna go to war? That's what I wanted to talk about. Do you hear what Putin said, bro? He's like, we gonna tell everybody where the line is, where the Russian line is.
Well, who said that?
Putin.
What did he say?
Because they were mobilizing troops on the Ukrainian border. Because I guess they still think Ukraine is a part of Russia, and they're trying to just swallow them up or whatever. And Ukraine can't really do nothing to like protect themselves. But I think Ukraine is like allies of the United States, so everybody was like, "Oh damn, Russia's about to throw hands with the United States," but we're not really throwing hands; we're throwing nuclear weapons.
Nobody's touching the United States.
Facts, bro.
Nobody.
I mean, a nuclear weapon could touch the United States.
No, bro. We have secret alien technology that we're impervious to nuclear weapons. I'm convinced, bro.
Are you talking about that?
And you heard it here first, so fuck you, Bob Lazar.
But we would love to have you on the podcast.
Facts, your fake ass story.
What are you talking about, bro? He sounded hella real.
He did. And the crazy thing is, I believed him this whole time. But then, when like when you like somebody more, you believe their thing first. So I heard Andrew say like 2 days ago that the guy changed up his story a few times and that he's kind of like been debunked and shit. So I'm like, you know what? I believe that too, bro. So
what do you think about because remember how they said they were going to start releasing all the Area 51 footage or whatever, like the Pentagon? Because they released that one and they were like, yeah, this is a UFO.
I really don't believe that shit. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't believe in aliens. So we already know that. So I just don't believe in aliens. I don't believe.
You don't believe in aliens either?
No, I didn't say that. I'm pretty sure I do believe in aliens.
I mean, I feel like there is some type of form creature. I don't think it's like an alien, but I feel like there's some type of living, creature.
So what?
I mean, I feel like out of space, there's other living form out there other than us.
Okay, yeah. I believe that, but I just don't think we ever
made. You don't think those would be categorized as aliens?
No, I think they'd be aliens, but I just don't think they've made it to Earth. Is the thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like if that has happened, I don't see how you would be able to hide that in any way. Like, so it's just.
I don't know. I just see to believe it.
Right. But I think I would like to go to Area 51. I think the government is just secretive for no reason. And then they just do shit just to do it. Like, oh yeah, this is a UFO. We're finally letting y'all know.
I think it's like a bigger deal. Like people are gonna trip out if they find out that we have spaceships that travel like hummingbirds.
Satellite.
They're gonna be like, their public isn't gonna know what to do with this.
I'd trip out. That's cool because that's like hella feet. I'd be like, bitch, why didn't you drop this before? Like, this could have been helping us out in transportation and shit.
Like, I feel like they think that, I don't know. They probably have a much deeper understanding of like foreign relations and what they feel is gonna happen if they release that they have that type of capability. Yeah. In regards to like warfare or whatever. Yeah. Because I feel like they just want to surprise Russia or China or something, talking about like they're gonna pull out a Magnum and we're gonna pull out a bazooka, but they're gonna pull out some jets and we're gonna pull out like the Death Star. But like, no. You thought
we're gonna pull out the Death Star, the second one or the first?
We're gonna pull out the Millennium Falcon, and they're gonna be like, "Oh damn! All right, we were just playing. We'll do the tariffs."
You can't beat the Millennium Falcon. That shit done been through everything, and it's still kicking.
Right? It's like a 1996 Buick Regal. It's like not the nicest one, but it's like always there. That was my first car.
A what?
A Buick Regal. Yeah, my first car was a 1996 Buick. I used to do deliveries in that, bro.
Oh, you still got that car?
No.
What car you got now?
Chevy Cruze.
I don't even remember you having any car besides the Chevy that you had.
I remember you had that white car, that old school one.
Blue one, yeah. My dad got it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember my dad got it, and he gave me the keys. Like, he was trying to have, like, a father-son moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank you. I didn't know how to drive. And he was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, he gave me the keys, and he looked at me, and he handed his hand. And I was like, and I gave him back. He's like, all right. And I didn't drive it for, like, 6 months, and he drove it to work. I was like, can I? And he's like, well, you gotta get your license first. And I was like, well, I gotta get my permit first. And he's like, all right, well, when you do that,
he said, figure shit out, my
guy. I had to go through this like driving school or whatever.
Oh, I remember you doing
at, like,
that.
20 years old, bro.
I remember you doing that.
Driving school? Really?
Yeah, bro. This is some fool pulled up in his fucking Prius, and he was like, oh yeah, right. And then I had to sit, and he had the steering wheel, and I had my steering wheel. I sucked at driving for so long, bro. I was like, I was just white knuckling it all the way down like Kansas Street, and it took forever to get like decent. I don't know why it was so hard.
Were you scared when you first started driving?
No, Tokyo drifting. Yes, bro.
Were you scared?
Yeah. I mean, the first time, like, my dad was trying to teach me how to drive.
Press the red button.
My arms was all stiff. I was like,
about to break the steering wheel. He said, yeet.
You had to put your feet through the bottom of the car. SpongeBob.
He said, red means go.
He said,
but yeah, I mean, yeah, I was scared, but I got used to it. I mean, it's second nature once you start driving.
It's weird how you get used to shit like that. Because I hella used to shit, like, so I got, like, hella anxiety. So if I do anything that I'm, like, not used to doing, like, say I used to drive on a freeway, I'd be, like, I wouldn't be able to keep my hands still. I couldn't keep my foot still, like, on the pedal and shit. And, like, that shit used to terrify me for, like, a whole 3 months, bro.
Especially with the kilo in the trunk or something.
Yeah.
But, I remember, damn, I don't remember.
Has driving ever given you PTSD? So, like...
PTSD.
Oh, it's amazing to me how much we trust, like, other people.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah.
Like, especially when you're going, like, however fast and, like, and there's, like,
it's
two lanes.
Little inch, you know, away from that car, you know?
It's just like, I could die, or I could make it to the grocery store. I'll leave it up to you. Whatever you want. However you're feeling. Did you get enough sleep last night? Who cares, bro? Let's just do this. That's why I kind of fantasize about I Am Legend when he's, like, driving in that, like, post-apocalyptic world. Just that saucy Mustang, bro, up and down whatever street in New York City.
Nigga said whatever street.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to me? Like, I wonder, have someone ever died on the wheel, like, you know, had a heart attack or something, like, while driving? It's just, like...
That's what I be thinking
swerved over and, like, hit another car, like...
It's probably happened before.
You know?
It's probably happened before.
I don't know, but it sounds hilarious.
Like, I don't know. It's like, no. I always think to myself every time people, I drive next to people, it's like, I won't have that car hits me, you know?
It's like, I wonder how your blood pressure is.
Like, I don't know.
I'm staying out of your blind spot.
But it's like, you gotta trust people. It's like, you don't know that person, but you gotta trust them, you know? Because, you know, they're driving. So it's like...
We just take it for granted that we're going to be safe because we usually are.
In the rain, though... People drive in the rain.
Facts, bro. Every time you drive in the rain, I see like 5 accidents every day, bro. Just going to and from.
Yeah.
You guys ever like get cut off by somebody, or like someone ever like does something where it's just like, damn, that fool cannot drive, and then you see like they have like a dent in their car.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
I do that shit all the time.
Or it'd be like, it's a girl. It must be a girl. You turn around, it's a girl.
No, isn't that kind of weird?
I'm not sexist.
That is sexist.
How's that sexist though?
But
that's true.
I feel most of the time, bro, when I pull up to that driver's side, it's a female.
I know. I was like, there must be a female doing this. Like,
I be feeling bad too. Like, damn, like it's sexist for me to feel this way, but that is a female, and it was a female last time too. And then it'd be worse when it's like an Asian female, and I'd just be like, all right, well, I mean, what am I really supposed to think?
I mean, with some stuff, I mean, you got to be sexist, you know. I mean,
so
like,
but then they have Tokyo Drift, so it's like I don't know what to think.
We're waiting on
That's
one more guest. I'm gonna have one more guest on
Before we talk about police brutality.
yeah.
Cause it's someone else. It's a girl. It's female. So
it's a female.
Yeah, cause I want to have an illogical person in the room make the conversation.
Wait, is she pro police or?
I don't know. I didn't want to ask.
We're all making like good points. And
I mean, I'm pro
police. No, and she black too, and she sitting next to you, Alejandro. So.
She ugly?
Oh shit! You can't say some shit.
She's
I'm saying.
Remember? Have you seen the? Have you seen the Brilliant Idiots episode?
Don't you have a wife or something? Like,
bro, like
I'm
a
single,
few
man.
and shit.
Oh, for real? Nice.
I mean, I have a baby mom. You know, I'm not with her right now.
How old is your kid?
He's 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Carmelo.
I feel like we never talk about whatever. It's so weird,
You
bro.
niggas never talk.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever talked outside of high? Like since we left high school?
Me and you? Me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we talk. I mean, like in a group, but not like.
I don't feel like, I don't know.
In college, I mean, first year of college, you know, I remember I was running into you a lot.
I like talking about first years of college because it makes me feel like I went to college.
Dude, that was a fun experience though.
I mostly just went there to play ping pong.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
You used to play ping pong with him?
Yeah, I sucked though. I wasn't good.
Oh yeah, you did, huh?
Oh, I'm bonding.
He was like, "Oh, I played tennis in high school, so I was good at table tennis."
No, I was always good at ping pong. I was actually good at ping pong first, and then I got good at tennis. I'm just a natural athlete, bro. I'm just good at whatever I try.
You know what's bothering you?
That's the shit that's annoying about you.
I'm cocky.
You was a court.
No, because you kind of. I'm not gonna suck you off right now, but you kind of like good at.
I mean,
shit.
honestly, you don't suck.
But
I mean,
you're just weird. I don't know.
There's
It's
nothing
like,
I can't do, bro.
you don't suck though. You don't suck. It's like if I never knew you, I'd be like, this guy's not an athlete.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the best part, bro.
You know?
I come on the court and everybody's like doing their thing. And it takes me a while to get on because people be like, I don't know.
This nigga ad, bro. This nigga fat eater.
Yeah, well, I used to not be, but
yeah, when you weren't fat,
bro, I was getting done dirty, bro. I pulled up to a park with my cousin, bro, and there was some like high schoolers there. He was like 10th grade or whatever. These kids have way too many resources available to them because he was doing stuff that like Kyrie Irving or whatever was, and I was like, how are you at this level already? It was so embarrassing, but it was mostly because I was out of shape. My cousin said I looked like an old man chasing a little kid.
Oh, sorry.
Like he crossed me up so bad.
Hold on, I'm gonna take a little break.
You sound like a radio.
smooth jazz,
Quiet
98.5.
storm.
You finna take a phone call?
Yeah.
From your girl?
Something like that.
This is the Quiet Storm.
Okay. Anyways, let's keep going where we were going, bro. So how you been, bro?
I've been chilling, bro. I just got into this new apartment.
Tell me about it. Give me a virtual. What's it called? Like
Virtual tour.
an imagine. Like a visual tour.
Willy Wonka.
A visual tour. But so.
All right,
Anyways,
bro. There's the front door, right? You walk through that. It's like a hotel setup. It's like the nicest place I've ever been. Bro, I've lived in 4 places in the last like 2 months. I lived at Montalvo's. I lived at the Coaches, and then I had to move into an Airbnb RV. And that was like
Airbnb RV.
yeah. It was like
Airbnb.
or Airbnb. That's like the second time I said that. But yeah, Airbnb RV. It was like in the back of a house or whatever in Chula Vista. Chula Vista's hella old. I didn't know how old of a city. It's like Yuma. It's like black and white still, kind of. Like parts of it are still in black and white. And I don't just mean the color. I mean like the mindset. But I was there or whatever. And like I don't know. I feel like it prepped me for like how nice the apartment is that we moved into is. Cause like I ran out of hot water on like the second day. And I was just like, I feel broke and I'm in a trailer. But then I was like, I'm also like doing this thing or whatever. Cause the lady had to rent out the house or whatever. So, but I had to leave early. So before my lease was up. So that they could move in. So I had to live in a trailer for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. But yeah, it got me ready for the apartment, which is hella nice. Everybody listening, just type in discount code Alejandro Valdez. Just got an apartment. And you can pull up to my apartment. Movie nights every Friday night. We only watch The Breakfast Club. Is that the movie?
Let's start over. What do you plan on doing later on tonight?
Sleeping, bro. I've gotten like 2 hours of sleep in the past like 4 days.
Facts, bro. Bro, are you going to work tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
You got another like 14-hour shift?
No, well, it's gonna end up being because I work between both jobs. I usually work between like 13 to like 17 hours
A day?
Mm-hmm.
So, why are we still recording podcasts in this room?
Yeah.
We should have a whole studio in Miami.
I've only been doing it for like a month.
Okay.
And I just went to the apartment and I bought a bunch of motivational posters.
Nigga bought everything
like
but a table.
Yeah, like I brought table mats, and I put them on the ground.
The weird part is, I feel like you do that. You would do something. So is your room and everything set up already or not yet?
I just got my bed in there. I'm trying to get like a gaming setup, bro. I'm trying to be a geek. I'm trying to be like the most popular high schooler I could be right now. I'm trying to get everything I wanted in high school right now.
So I got a streaming setup like at my crib, bro. So like I feel like you should make one too, so we both can like stream and shit. And if ever we want to have a guest on the pod that they can't make it, we can like do it from our cribs and shit. So
that'd be sick, bro. I got a post in the background. How it's set up is gonna look at my like one poster is gonna say, "Money never sleeps." It's gonna look dope, and then people are gonna ask me. I'm gonna be like, I'm a person like I don't know what's back there. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's just someone that keeps me focused or whatever. I would post that says "Money never sleeps."
Does that kind of stuff actually motivate you?
Sort of. Only when I feel like I'm doing what that represents. So I have another thing on my door that says "No one cares, work harder." And when I was like I started at 6, and it was like I started at 6 p.m. and then it was like 6:30 a.m. and I told her I'd stay until 2. And I looked at it and I was like, damn, I just worked half a day and I have another like 8 hours or whatever, so I can leave, or 7 hours. But then I was like, no one cares, work harder.
So corny, bro. Cause
like that just helps keep you away from like the victim mentality of thinking that like your situation is gonna get better because of somebody else. It's not, and if it does, you're very lucky, and it's very against the odds that someone's gonna care enough about you to actually put themselves a step back in a bad position and make you move forward.
So people are like just selfish.
Yeah, for the most part, not in like a negative way, but just in like a self-preservation type way, and understanding that. I mean, you should be selfish and also like selfless or whatever. There should be like a nice balance. But like once you like put your own oxygen mask on and you have that like financial flexibility, you should see it as a responsibility and like part of, I don't know, I feel like what life is about, trying to get other people to wherever it is, because that's the only way we're going. I mean, that's the only way we've been doing it. Because not everybody has like the means or whatever, or like the same. Not everybody starts at the same like whatever.
So now that you said that, can I borrow $40?
I actually don't have any cash on me.
Selfish motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Only willing to go so far.
Can I get a piece of gum?
This is actually my last piece.
So everything you just said basically was a lie, right?
No, if I have the means to help you, I can help you. But as it stands, I don't have the means. Yeah.
Put my man's gum first.
I mean, I come first, but
that
was the point of what I just said.
Well, speaking of coming, when was the last time you did the do?
Bro, I got this apartment now, so I feel like my status is starting to raise as like a man. So,
but nobody knows that though. Besides,
I know that.
So when I talk, you feel like your status is raising as
yeah. When I talk to someone, I talk to them as a
bitch,
person.
I got my own apartment.
With an apartment, yeah. That's like part of like whatever. I have like my car. Like I'm making payments on time.
Nigga said, my name is Alejandro with an apartment.
I'll show you my water bill. Yeah, it's like when I send text messages. There's like my whatever.
Your signature?
Yeah. It's like my address. My rental lease.
This is how much I pay a month. You think I'm
And I got the master bedroom, bro. Bro, you know what the secret to happiness is?
What?
A walk-in closet.
Ooh.
That space, bro. I don't even I put random. I have a spare tire in my closet, bro. I was like, there's way too much. I don't have enough clothes for this. I just put like, I have like a plant in there, bro.
In your closet? Chilling.
Yeah, it's like a fake plant.
Have you set up your living room yet, or you guys only set up your like?
We have a couch, a coffee table, and the TV stand I used to have, and a bigger TV than we used to have.
In the living room?
That's the first thing we bought from Costco. Bro, that's when I knew I came up, bro. When I went to Costco and Bed Bath and Beyond on the same day, I was like, I'm adulting. Bro.
You have your own bathroom in your room?
Yeah, I have a bathroom, and attached to that is a closet that's as big as the bathroom. see me,
closet that's
homie.
as big as the bathroom. Okay, and you live in the white part of town, right?
Mission Valley.
The white part of town, yeah or no?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not as.
You
Yeah.
trying to say black people are broke?
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen black people walking around.
You seen black people? The black people like me or the black people like, you know, the other types?
I don't know. Just talking about. I only see black. I only see color.
You know what I just learned recently? I learned how to spell ayahuasca, and I never knew it was spelled like that. This is something I learned from Flavor
It's like an
too.
A and like a W.
Like AUWY8YAH. It's like some weird shit like that.
So you obviously did not learn how to spell ayahuasca.
Yeah. So has your cousin come down from his experience yet, or what do you think?
Yeah, I guess he goes through like cycles. I'm down to have him on here too, bro. We should have the shaman on here because I feel like he actually knows what he's talking about. Because my cousin be trying to break down ideas that he learned like 3 hours ago, but he be talking about them like they're like life lessons, which they are or whatever. But he like knows them or like he understands them, but he understands them at like a level of like he experienced them,
right?
Not at a level like where he can like break them down, or whatever, to where I can understand it. And then he says stuff like, "This stuff, it's the type of thing you can only really understand once you experience it,"
right?
Which makes sense. I felt the same way about religion at whatever points. Like, if you have to believe that Jesus Christ died for your sins in order to, like, understand, like, you have to keep the Sabbath or whatever, or you have to keep Passover or the commandments. Like, prior to being able to commit to being, like, a Christian, you have to believe in, like, a God creator and that Jesus Christ died for your sins.
What actually was your religion? What was your religion called? Were you like a 7-day Adventist or
Christian?
But like,
yeah, I asked them, and they were like, just say that you're a Christian. And if they ask you what kind of Christian, just say hopefully a good one. On the Andy Griffith Show type deal.
God willing.
Yeah.
Cause I never met like a Christian that had to go home like on Fridays by sundown. That was like some Muslim shit to me.
Muslim,
like,
Jewish, bro.
Bro, Joseph. Did Joseph used to do that?
Oh yeah, well,
cause he played football. So
I honestly don't even get really what being Jewish means. Like, cause people be Jewish and like eating pork and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they still call themselves Jewish. So I don't know if it's a religion or like some kind of ethnicity.
I think according to Ben Shapiro, it's like an ethnicity and like a religion. So I think you can be Jewish as a person and then Jewish as somebody that follows the Jewish religion. But yeah, that shit used to be annoying because you couldn't hang out with us at all.
Have you ever
say, I gotta go home?
Facts, bro. I remember one time I was playing basketball. Remember Rashad, Country Rashad?
Yeah.
I was playing basketball with him, and I was like, it was like a close game. But I was trying to beat him before the sun went down, and I wasn't. Yeah, and it was like tied or something. And I was like, I gotta go, and I just ran home.
Facts, bro. I remember you doing that shit. I'm like, we'll be like doing shit, and then next thing you know, this nigga will be gone. I'm like, nigga, bro, just go to hell at this point, bro. Like, it's not worth it.
It was more my dad or whatever. And then I don't know. Eventually, I kind of got into it, and then now I'm kind of like in no man's land, trying to figure stuff out.
Would you still consider yourself religious?
Yeah, just from, yeah. I mean, I feel like I know more than like people that say that they're like Christian or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like in regards to my understanding or my like not understanding, but just things that I know about the Bible.
Do you know the Bible like a good amount?
No, I've never read it.
I don't know it at all.
I've never read it all the way.
I tried to read it a few times, like when I used to be like super into like Christianity and stuff, like when I got baptized and stuff. I tried to read it a few times, but it's something about, well, I don't like reading in general, but it's something about reading the Bible. Like the words are so small, the paper is so like silky and stuff like that. It's just, the Bible as a medium is just weird. They need to turn it into a comic book.
With pictures and like Noah's Ark, whereas Noah's actually.
All right. Hello? All right, come in.
That sound like Shaq.
Just come in.
Or is that the girl? We better have 5 people in here, bro. Oh, so no?
I'm pretty sure Shaq's not coming.
I'm dead, bro.
I'm pretty sure he's not coming.
I feel like Shaq got some controversial ideas.
That's why I wanted him to come. And then
like
I didn't think you were gonna come, so I told Carldee to call Shaq, tell him to come. And then
what are you talking about, bro? I said I was gonna.
No, before I called you is the thing, because I didn't see you here. Usually you beat me here, so I was like, I feel like this nigga's not gonna come.
No, yeah, bro. I was just trying to take a nap and take a shower, but I took a nap and then game over.
Now I can hear her walking, dragging her feet.
Her?
Yeah.
Recording in progress. We need like a.
Hold on.
What's up, Vixen? Oh. You get a new tattoo? Is this some anime stuff?
Yeah. Why did you not open the door?
Oh, what's up? Oh, I thought that was Shaq, my fault.
It's not.
I was about to be like, what's up, Big Sexy? That would have been weird.
This is going to be your chair right here.
Oh my gosh.
Gang, gang.
Carldee, you almost done?
Didn't you used to do track?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the podcast that nobody listens to.
Oh gosh. Is it your podcast?
I hope you're ready to have nobody hear what you're about to say. No, it's not. It's Tavion's podcast.
Oh.
He has the rights.
I forgot your name. What was your name?
Alejandro.
Okay, yeah, because I remember you went to Alabama.
Oh yeah, I was the tennis player that everybody was talking about. It's like I'm fine, but I was a tennis player.
Right?
You said what?
Do not be on camera.
Are those your keys?
Yes.
You stay in an apartment?
Yeah.
I have the same key.
Oh no, this is my friend's. She just
Oh,
gave it to
that's
me.
false advertising.
Yeah.
It's like
She's a foreigner, so.
I just moved into an apartment, so I look for any opportunity to bring it up.
Put the cell phones on and bring the mic to your kiss it.
How did you feel when Tavion asked you to be on the podcast?
I don't know what to expect when he asks me to do anything, so I don't know what to expect.
It's pretty much the same thing as if you were to be like, you trying to go have a conversation at Denny's.
Oh gosh, this has to. Does this move off of this?
You haven't really figured that part out. Most of our guests are under 6 foot tall, so we.
I'm not 6 feet.
Did you play basketball too?
No,
Oh,
I just did cheer track.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
You like you got across the track very quickly.
No, I was not good.
Oh, damn cool.
Yeah, no. Not that good. I was on JV for a cool minute. Is this right?
Oh, is that where you met Tavion?
No.
On JV.
No. Okay, so if this content's not good, you're gonna, edit me out and stuff.
No one's going to listen to this.
Why am I gonna be in it if I don't even know? No.
This guy, MacGyver over here. Why don't you take that microphone over there in that corner?
Because Carldee's coming back.
Oh, he is?
I don't want him to like come in and then sit next to you. He's gonna like block it for you.
Oh, you figured it out?
I don't want to change the dynamic because the camera was on me and Carl for a long time. Now it's gotta be camera on.
So how do you feel about Condoleezza Rice? Second flame. We need you
What
to
kind
have.
of questions are you about to ask me? You know, when people do podcasts, typically they get like briefed with the things that they're about to be asked in the topic. Oh, okay.
When you talk, it's like bringing it up to you and shit.
Oh, jeez. This is like very invasive.
So do you feel like Joe Biden's doing a good job in the presidency?
See, if this is what we're talking about, I'm just gonna be the local bystander.
No, so what we're gonna talk about is something you can just give your opinion on. You don't gotta bring up no facts.
My answer to every question is the same. Kamala Harris.
She's is she bad to you?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about, bro? She's like 40 something.
No, I'm sure she's like 55 or
I know.
something.
I was trying to be like, nice about it.
All right.
If she's 6, she look good for 60. If she's 60, I feel like after a while, you just have to look at the beauty inside the woman.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta fall in love in your 20s, so you can deal with whatever happens after your 40s.
So have y'all been keeping up with Can we start now?
Yeah, I thought we had already
You
started.
ready to start?
What's the question first?
I'm over here being towered over by an Amazonian.
Don't do that.
Have
So-
you met Gal Gadot?
She's bad. Hey,
Badly, right?
if I met her, bro, I'm sorry. She got like no body or nothing, but she's bad. Like her face carries her.
I would
whole-
marry Gal Gadot. She could cheat on me. She's another girl.
Bro,
that cheat on
every
me.
bitch you like is every girl you like is cheating on you. What's wrong with you?
No, just add that status, bro.
No, bro.
That other girl, she also looks like Gal Gadot to me.
If that's the case, she couldn't cheat on me. Bro.
She could have an affair with like
Oh, she's cute.
someone I don't really know, and I would be like, I'll pretend to be hurt or whatever. But like any excuse she gave me, I would accept immediately.
5'10". I'm not as tall as her. I'm 5'6" and a half, 5'7".
For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's because you're sitting on that stool, and I'm looking at your cheekbones.
So you have an interesting shirt on today. It says "Black Life, you have always mattered." What does that mean to you? Can you elaborate on that?
Oh damn. Oh damn. Where's my shirt?
It's basically an affirmative statement.
China.
We've always mattered. We don't have to we do have to say Black Lives Matter, but
We have to do that.
Damn, bro.
for other people that don't understand that, but for the community, it's really a message to the Black community. Sometimes everyone has their own self-esteem or might question it. They don't need to question it. They've always mattered. So, yes.
Do you think, Alejandro, do you think she matters, this girl next to you?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course. I think the idea behind Black Lives Matter is trying to shed light on something that's obvious to make it more obvious. Because I feel like we start taking things for granted once they become just continually understood. In a way, they're kind of forgotten.
Right.
It could also be like a miscommunication between people, just in that some people's perspective on life is different than other people's perspective. So it's what's obvious to one group of people isn't as obvious to another group of people, based on what they're experiencing.
All right, so I want to ask y'all one question. Have y'all been keeping up with the Derek Chauvin trial?
Not the exact trial.
I saw how it ended.
You saw the highlights.
Yeah.
So how can you wear a Black Lives Matter shirt and you don't even know, you're not paying attention at all to the Derek Chauvin trial? That's kind of like a statement. Like that's like a core tenement of.
That's
being
not even a Black Lives Matter. That's not even a Black Lives Matter shirt. That's like a different.
It is different.
That's like a different message. That's not even.
It says Black Lives, you have always mattered.
Exactly, and like I feel like that kind of not contradicts, but that's just That's just a different message because saying Black Lives Matter, saying Black Lives Matter is trying to bring that to people's attention or whatever, and this is just kind of being like, there's no reason to say that because we've always mattered. What's understood doesn't have to be said.
Oh, why didn't you leave with that?
That's not what you asked. You said does she? You said does the person next to you matter, bro?
I wanted to put you. I wanted to see what you were gonna say. Obviously, you're not being real because before she came here, you said, "I hope this bitch ain't black."
I did not say that. I did not say that. We have it on camera.
But so he's been charged. Are y'all happy about that?
No, he was convicted.
Convicted, yeah.
Am I happy about it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you think he deserved it? I want to get to you next.
I mean, it's just as far as like, because I only listen to like, I just say what other people say.
All right.
So according to Ben Shapiro, he was just as far as like the technical term or whatever of like what one of the versions of murder that he got charged for, it didn't seem to fall under that category that he was intent and he had intent,
right.
yeah, to like murder.
Right.
And he got, and And it was like decided like right away that that's what it was.
Right.
The jury went and then came back like quickly, and they were like, yeah.
I think they said 4 hours, 10 hours, I think, or 4 hours or something.
I don't know how long it's short, but it was short apparently for however long it's supposed to be.
So, what say you? Do you think he should have been charged? Are you happy about it?
I don't really have no emotion towards it, honestly. It is what it is. I guess I was shocked that they actually convicted him because I thought it would have been like a Zimmerman case, so I kind of tuned out a long time ago, if I'm being honest.
So Black lives don't matter to you. Just again for the
they
record,
do
Black
matter,
lives.
but
You say you had no
having
emotion.
to tie Black lives and politics, that has nothing to do solely on our lives, so on Black lives. So just because I'm not paying attention to a trial doesn't mean that I don't think that Black lives don't matter.
I think she's saying there's other ways to express
Yes.
her commitment to the idea that Black Lives Matter other than to pay attention to these political affairs.
Yes.
Like wear a shirt.
Or how you
How
carry
is that?
yourself.
That's political to wear a shirt.
Yeah, it's a political statement that you have on your shirt.
So this has to do like this ties into the Derek case.
No,
Anyway,
it's just
this-
a question. I'm just trying to get a full picture of like because the Black Lives Matter people are interesting characters to me. What's- What say you
My fault, I
about
just
it?
messed up
Are
and
you
I
are you
contact
happy,
Carldee.
sad? Would you have any feelings about?
Black
about
Lives
it?
Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, as far
I
as
feel very outnumbered. I just want everybody to know that.
You're fine.
I mean, I'm a firm believer in Christ. So I feel like
So they don't matter. It's like,
no. I'm not saying it don't matter. I feel like all lives matter to me. I mean, it's not just solely on like just one color.
This nigga mixed. Of course he gonna say.
I'm
that.
not mixed on. I mean,
What do you mix with?
I'm just.
White?
Everybody's mixed up, really. There's no pure. I mean, it's rare to see a
You
pure
sound like a
person.
politician, bro.
Facts, bro.
No,
What are you gonna do for
Everybody-
black people?
Well, listen, we're all Americans.
No. I mean, I'm
I
saying
don't see
of course-
color.
Open your eyes. Oh,
That's why I
damn.
got
This is
Oh,
hella
shit.
dark.
Hell, that nigga dark as fuck. Hold on.
No, I see human race. That's all I see.
That's a good. I mean, all jokes aside, that's a good way to look at it.
I mean, as far as my people, I mean, yeah, of course, I mean, look out for my people, but I mean, I'm gonna look out for everybody else, That's just, I love humans.
Do you feel like you have more of an emotional connection to seeing suffering in a certain community of people, like black people?
Yeah, I do.
So like if you see something happen to a black person, does that hit you different than if you were to see something happen to like an Asian person?
He started laughing.
He's like, why would I feel any type of way?
Right.
I mean, I'll feel the same about it, I mean, I never really thought about that. That's actually a pretty good question, but I mean, I don't know. To be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. As far as like,
as
far as Hispanic people go, like I was hearing about similar things happen to Hispanic people, and it did hit different. Not that I don't care. I feel like I don't really care about things in general, but to the mild effect that it does affect me or whatever, I think I felt a slightly more intense connection to something happening to like Hispanic people,
Okay.
That makes sense.
especially coming over the border, just being like.
Wait. So
bummy,
can I
bro.
give my opinion on the Chauvin trial?
Yeah, it's your show, bro. Do what you want.
You're pretty funny, my guy. This is why we here. This is our show.
Facts.
I think he shouldn't have been charged with anything. I
Should
think,
not have.
No. Well,
Ooh, wait,
I
who
guess
we talking
we
about?
could. Derek Chauvin.
Okay,
He got
You
convicted.
know who that is?
that's the cop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he should have went to jail? Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? That's like.
Okay. Anyways,
No, that's premeditated though. He did.
I
Oh,
don't
you
think
thought
it
it
was
was
premeditated.
Because
I don't
like
think it
as
was
a police
premeditated.
officer, and I did training. I have my post, and as a police officer, that's excessive force, right? What he did.
Uh-huh.
Did you
I
watch
mean-
the video?
Yeah.
I mean, the once he was in handcuffs. I mean, the threat stopped. I mean, don't need to push someone, a knee on someone's neck. Like
Didn't
Okay.
that's not common sense right there. Why do you put someone like knee on someone's neck? Like,
What is the problem with? Well,
Like-
according to what like I've heard is that's a part of their training.
It's not.
It's a part of the.
I never.
in
9
that area.
minutes,
In
though.
that area.
No,
sure,
no.
not for 9
Training
minutes, but
in
what's-
general, it's like a country. It's a countrywide. Like every police officer should have the same
So
training.
you don't think any like different like police stations have some?
No,
like
there's
everybody
no-
has the
there's-
same uniform type of police training.
No, everybody got the same. It's the same procedures and policies. I mean, it's not the same, like exact same, but it's like it's similar. But I'm saying like that right there, that's excessive though. Like anybody would be like that's excessive right there.
They brought in a
that's crazy to me.
A law enforcer. They did bring in a law enforcer, and he said that he didn't think he acted with outside the means of necessary force during the trial.
So this is where I stand. I don't think it was premeditated at all. I think people are just mad because like it's a black person getting killed by like a white police officer.
I feel like it was a heat of passion.
I could say that.
That's second degree murder.
I think I think second degree, but I think he was charged with second.
It wasn't premeditated. I feel it was more a heat of passion.
Right.
He was angry or whatever.
So that's pretty much my stance on it. I think he just was in the heat of the moment. Yeah. He thought he was doing something that he should have been doing, and I think it just ended badly. So I think that's all that needs to be done. I don't think it was any intentional malice behind it, because like he was saying he couldn't breathe like way before he even got on the ground and in a police car, everything like that. So obviously something was going on with him already before the knee even like got on his neck and everything like that. So. And I think the coroner said the amount of like drugs and fentanyl he had in his system, if they were to find him in his apartment, they would have thought he just OD'd.
And he died. So he was dead in his apartment.
Right. So it's like it's hard to find the connect. Like it's hard to decide where the knee impacted the entire like situation as opposed to where it didn't.
And there's also people saying that there's other angles or whatever from. That they looked at it from,
and it wasn't exactly on his neck, but like on his shoulder blades,
on like the center of his back or something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild because when I looked at it, it
looked dead on your neck, right? Yeah. So,
but then some people were like, "Oh, it looks kind of like whatever."
Did you see Steven Crowder reenact this shit?
No.
Oh, what? He basically did the same thing. So he had one of his friends pin him down, put his knee under his actual neck and on his back for 9 minutes. So he got banned from ET. Because he always does shit like that. So
that's
he's
wild.
One of them guys, yeah. So and he was talking. He filmed it. He was like, "I don't feel any pain." He was like telling them to like put more pressure on him and everything like that. And he got up and he felt fine. So, he basically trying to say he died because of the drugs in his system. But again, it's hard to decide like what caused what, and where we draw the line at. You know,
it's not gonna look good regardless if a person's under your knee saying they can't breathe and then they end up dying.
Right.
And you're a cop. I think he
was on a hard floor. On top of that.
Yeah, on the
like
gravel.
Yeah. Hard surface.
On the street.
It wasn't like on grass or nothing. I mean,
I think he was just on it. Being that you have police training and that you're kind of in this field. I didn't even think of that, bro. You're like a good person to talk about this. Moving forward in response to like events like this. How do you feel like we should all respond like moving forward? Like because like people have opinions that like we should like ban the police or whatever in cities, and then other people think that it's not so much that police exist, it's just that their training sucks or whatever. So moving forward, what's one thing you think you would do to try to help mitigate these types of occurrences?
I feel like as each department, I feel like they should all come together and have one ultimate goal, and just have like just training, like just everybody's just training.
So you think it's a training issue?
I think it is.
So you think we should invest more money into the?
I think
as opposed to defund the police ideas.
Yeah, I mean we need something. We need police though. At the end of the day, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, so I know. I mean, there's bad apples out there. I mean, with any profession, there's bad apples. You know. So
very true.
Doctors. I mean, these bad doctors, bad lawyers. I mean, bad judges. I mean, be bad cops.
You also have to take into consideration what their responsibilities are.
Yeah. I mean, it's a stressful job. I mean, it's not easy. It's stressful. I mean, people, the pressure will be on you. You know, your coworkers. I mean, you know, people. So it's like everything's on you. It's like it's really pressuring. So if you do something, and also the decision you make is a split second. You know, you got to make split decisions. You know? So it's like it's hard as a cop. It's not easy. So you got to be on your toes a lot. I mean, I know what that cop did was, I felt it was excessive, and I feel like his coworkers should have backed off and helped. But you know, it's done. You You know, so I mean, moving forward, I feel like now like the media and people, you know, they kind of on the cops. I feel like cops should, you know, tell the people like, listen, like I know that cop did that, but we not like that.
I feel like that's kind of what they're saying.
So
I just think people don't believe it.
Yeah. So speaking of like the other officers that was around, are you guys familiar with Carrio's Law?
What kind of law?
Carrio's Law. That's the name of it. Carrio's Law.
No, I don't.
What happened to Carrio?
Pretty much, there was this lady. She got fired from the police force, I think, 20 years ago, in like Buffalo, New York, because she stopped. Basically the same situation, but instead of just watching, she like intervened and she got like fired, and they took away her pension. She was almost at the 20-year mark to where she could get her pension and stuff. So basically, she's been fighting the police department for like a long time. And recently, she basically won, right? So she's waiting to get her pension reinstated and stuff. And the law now is like if we're all police officers and one of us is doing something wrong, we have to intervene before something happens. Because like right now, they're trying to indict the other 3 of the officers that were there with them, right? I don't agree with that. You know, they're trying to say that they're basically accomplices to murder. Now, I don't agree with that.
Why not?
How y'all feel about it?
But why don't you agree about it? I mean, what don't you agree?
I want to hear what y'all say first.
I mean, I feel like as people, just say for instance, if you see a girl getting raped or something, I mean, you want to stand there and watch, or you want to help out?
I think rape is different than seeing.
But I'm saying a crime's a crime though. If you're gonna see a crime, felony in community presence, what are you gonna do?
I don't think putting a knee on somebody's back is a crime.
But he killed him though. That's a felony.
But how did no one knew he was gonna die?
But he said I can't breathe. Like,
he was already saying he couldn't breathe the entire time before they even put him on the ground
but,
or anything. He was saying he couldn't breathe with his hands on the steering wheel. It seemed like he was stressed out. Like he had drugs in his system. He was stressed out. His blood pressure was probably rising and stuff, and that shit was affecting him. Okay. So how can we say that the knee?
In that case, I feel like there's other ways they could have went about it. Like they couldn't strain him in a freaking, I don't know what you call it, but they wrap him up in in a blanket or something.
Yeah.
A straight jacket.
Yeah, they could have did that. I mean, there's so many ways, but to put a knee on someone's neck like that, and he's already in handcuffs. It's like that's 3 people. I mean, you're trying to say three cops can detain one person like that? I mean,
he was a big guy.
He was.
But I don't know.
He was cut, boy. He could have probably taken you, boy.
But I don't know. I don't really know. I wasn't there, so I can't really talk about it. I mean, but
so my point. So I'm
asking you. I just feel like the cop could have. I mean, if I was in his shoes, there's other resources out there that cop could have used, like the strain. You could have strained them.
It seemed like it was multiple incompetent officers, and
I feel like their training was off. They wasn't really capable. I mean, I feel like they didn't have the proper training.
So do you think they should be charged with murder too?
Not murder, but I feel like they should some charge with something.
You had your turn.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like they weren't put in a position to succeed. If y'all on this dude named Jocko Willink, and he talks about how they get an insanely small amount of training, every required necessary training per year. And the training that they get or whatever is not sufficient to the situations that they find themselves in. He was talking about he's a Navy SEAL. He was talking about when he was training he was in charge of Navy SEALs. When he was training them, he would put them in real world situations that they were actually going to encounter, so that when they actually encounter those situations, they'd be able to they'd know what to do or whatever. And he was talking about how he wanted to implement something like that into the police force, so that officers knew how to approach different situations accordingly, whether it's like a person or whatever that's like on drugs or whatever, or like a traffic stop, and just understanding that going into the situation, it's already going to be tense, because there's a possibility for someone suffering or punishment or whatever, whether it's a ticket, like a fine, or going to jail if they have a warrant, you don't know what's happening. And he's basically saying that the police officers aren't set up for success. They're just like regular people, and they're just thrown into these. Now you govern everybody's lives or whatever with a gun.
So what say you? How you feel?
I think they should be reprimanded in some way. I only saw one cop from when he had his knee on his neck, and I think it was like an Asian cop. I don't know his name, but I feel like he should be reprimanded in some way because multiple people were telling him to stop or intervene, and he just kept saying back up, and it's like, but what are you actually doing besides saying that? So that's just, don't necessarily think they need to be charged with murder, no, but I do think they should be reprimanded in some way.
That's also a tough situation too when you have to deal with all of that like mob like energy and they're just on you. You're dealing with the person and everybody, and you know what's going on in the world, and you have this mob. You already know it's a situation, right? And to me, it's like, and we're all on the team. Everybody has the thing that they got to do. So if one person's already got to do like restraint, now we got to do crowd control. Somebody else got to do. So for instance, yesterday, like I got stopped by like 8 police, right? What? And yeah, they pulled up on me, bro. Heavy, bro. So one of them is like questioning me to like get my name, da-da-da. One of them is like going in the car, searching the car. Another one is like running the plates, and like all of them are doing different things, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say they're all doing different things, and then the guy that's like actively like with me, let's say he like he presses on my shoulder a little too hard. I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? And then I die. So
wait, what do you mean?
He's throwing shade.
So let's say something like that happens, bro. I feel like if I was to die or something in that type of situation, like it shouldn't be like everyone shouldn't be held accountable for that. Everybody got their little jobs out there doing. So that's pretty much how I feel about this situation. Like everybody has something that they were doing. Now they could have been watching, but granted, people were telling them like stop, da-da-da. But again, no one knows that. Like no one's going there with the intention of, I know if I put my neck on somebody for 9 minutes, they're gonna die. Like no one's going into the situation like that. So if they're in their mind, it's like a us versus them type thing. We know what we're doing. We're controlling this situation. Like let us be. Of course, they're not gonna stop, right? So I just feel like, honestly, I feel like they should be let go and they should be out on the street doing their regular job.
I don't think so. But.
Oh yeah, this is the thing I was looking for. I couldn't remember it. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. That was what I was thinking of. So do you guys always step up when you see something going wrong? Of course not.
I mean, there's a thing called like good Samaritan or whatever.
Are you a good Samaritan all the time?
Yeah, well, majority, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because you gotta hold yourself accountable to that same thing. If you don't hold other people accountable to that,
of course. You know, you can get in trouble if you can't get in trouble if you see a crime in your presence and you don't help out.
Yeah. What about those people that? What about those people that were in the mob? They didn't do enough to stop that person. That's all they were doing was speaking and using their words. If you really believe that person's about to, you should take action. What did he say about that?
What?
First off,
wait, you guys are comparing the mob to the police.
No, I'm saying if you're gonna be there saying stop, get off him, da da da, and you really believe that they're about to kill this person, why would you not intervene?
That's true though.
You have a duty to help them out. Correct, right?
I don't know how the police are trained, but I'm positive if you intervene in that way, they can pull out a gun, a baton, or something like that.
What's more important to you, helping this dude from being like dying by the police, or the repercussions that you might face for trying to help another fellow human being that you said that you love?
I think that they're putting their trust that if they say something and that the police is going to be competent enough to be like, maybe I am doing excessive amount of force on this man's shoulder, neck, wherever you think that it was. I don't feel like they need to sit there and put their lives in jeopardy to be like, oh, let me intervene to push him off because he's being reckless and he might do the same thing to them. So I feel like there was one cop just literally standing there. He was trained the same way. He could have been in the same position that Derek Chauvin was in, and then Derek would have had to make the decision. Do I need to tell him to get up or should I just keep standing here? So that's my point of view from it, that it's like, he's standing there when he has all the weapons and people are literally just having cameras and using their voices. And if they step in, they could get shot, hit, like anything. So it shouldn't have to, like they're worried about civilians.
So what about the other cops that were standing there? What if they felt like if they intervened, then something bad would happen to them, like repercussions for like the whole blue wall thing? and the whole not sticking by your fellow officers. What if they're thinking like in their mind, their interest is like, I got a family, I got this, and that to go on. I'm gonna let him handle this situation.
It don't matter because at the end of the day, you're a team, and if I see my coworkers going over beyond, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I got it from here.
Because now look at the position that they're in. If he would have spoke up.
But no one can foresee this in the situation at the time.
You can, or you can see if something's going bad and like, oh.
But no one knows that he's gonna die is the thing. So if he wouldn't have died, it wouldn't have been an issue.
But like, it's the fact that he put his foot on his neck. I mean,
it's not the foot on his neck though that people are only mad because he died.
But that if
he wouldn't have died, it wouldn't have been a problem. Is the thing.
I don't know, man. But there's so many ways.
It would have still been a slight problem. I'm sure if he would have, it would have still got some attention.
There's so many other ways he could have detained him instead of putting a freaking knee on his neck.
I agree.
Like he could have put his hand on his head. He could. No, like we was.
That's similar to the little girl that was like swimming at the pool, and they're just being reckless with her, throwing her around to put her on the ground. She's like 9. Or like 11, something like that.
Yeah, so we know they use excessive force, but I just can't like agree with like sending everybody to jail for something that somebody else did.
And if he said he couldn't breathe, I mean, I feel the officer could have called 911. Paramedics could have came.
Sure, but when just like he was already saying he couldn't breathe when he first got to the scene. So
as an
how
officer,
do they know what are they supposed to? Criminals will say anything to get out of us.
That don't matter. That don't matter though. Like if you're a criminal, I mean, don't matter. Like the safety is first. Like you a police officer and you're the same as a paramedic. Like as first responders.
But
so
at some point you gotta be like.
So
this was foolish.
That don't matter. I mean, you can still arrest him at the hospital. I mean, once everything's done, I mean, he's good. You can arrest him there.
But what if he keeps saying he can't breathe?
The man is handcuffed. So what are they scared of? That's what I'm trying to figure
and
out.
When
the man was handcuffed on the floor, and they're still scared of something. So at the end of the day, whether he was on drugs, whether he was a criminal, they're being scared of a black man just existing. At that point, he doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have anything. So
I think they were
yes,
scared.
you guys are saying
I feel like he was
something,
scared,
but you guys are saying like. Everybody shouldn't be in trouble or this and this, something criminals. That doesn't make sense either, though, because he was handcuffed. So what is stopping them from protecting and serving?
Sure, but when he was handcuffed, they're trying to put him in the car. They couldn't get him in the car because he was fighting them. So he's still strong enough, even in handcuffs.
If he was convulsing, they could have put him in there then.
Once you put him in handcuffs, I feel like they should like. I mean, there's no rush. There's no rush there. They should like calm the situation down.
I agree with that, but I also feel like there has to be we also have to send it out into the universe that people need to know how to get arrested.
Right.
You have to understand that you're already in the situation, and you can make it worse, or you can make it like you can be compliant. And he didn't get arrested correctly.
I don't know.
He actively fought them back.
Okay, so when he was on the floor being compliant, convulsing, what else do they need to do?
No, I'm talking about prior to that. Yeah. I'm talking about when they were putting him in the car and he was like
fighting,
trying to get out of the car. Yeah. That's combatant behavior. And
well, in that case, they should put him in a slinger.
He's like, I'm not gonna let y'all win. I'm not gonna let y'all win. Y'all not gonna win.
Straight jacket, yeah.
You know how long it would take to get someone.
But I'm saying, I mean, when I was trained, I mean, people like that.
There's no way. That's
people like no. We get a lot of backup, and it's just put them in a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I was trained. So I mean, but those officers, I felt they was scared, and also I feel like the guy was racist.
Yeah,
honestly.
they just.
I don't know if he's racist, but I think people have a certain idea about like if you're a police officer, you're probably gonna have like an us versus them type mentality. So again, it's just one of those things where you're gonna be like, this guy, I've seen this guy a million times before. Like not this exact person, but like this type of like situation over again. I'm just gonna do my thing that I know that I do that's worked in the past. So it's just like, he keeps saying he can't breathe. I can hear him saying he can't breathe, but I've heard people say the same type of thing before.
Doesn't matter. Are you a doctor? Is he a doctor though?
He's not. But it's one of those things where you use discretion. It's just
I'm saying as a police officer, if you say you can't breathe, get medical help. That's the first thing he should have done. That's what the first thing he should have done. Get some help. Call paramedics, and then tell them, hey sir, we want to take you to the hospital. And once everything's good, then arrest him, or cite him, or whatever.
Yeah.
Once he's off the drugs, like if I feel like if they knew that he was on drugs, they should have put him to the hospital anyways and detoxed him.
Because I don't know what the protocol is for something like that. Like, do you automatically call the paramedics and then they're supposed to come and take them to jail? Or
yeah, you gotta pretty much observe. You gotta articulate and observe like what you see.
Because I'm trying to figure out between the time that they got there and then and also the 9 minutes on their neck, like why wasn't he moved? Or why wasn't there any paramedic? That's the part.
You never got to that point. First off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That's
the part that was weird to me though is that in the police report they like reported a totally different situation that actually happened. That's weird. So I mean, I don't.
I'm saying, man, it was mad. I feel like he the passion. He was mad, or I don't know what he was.
Bottom line, moving forward.
Too.
Yeah.
Ego.
Yeah, that too.
Bottom line, moving forward. Clearly, the policing needs better training.
Defund the police.
That's what I'll give it on.
Defund the police and give us more stimulus checks. That's
okay.
what I said. You said they need more money though, right?
No, they need more training. I mean,
the police officer says the police need more.
No. I feel like training.
We need beanbag chairs and a lounge room in the police station and a PS5.
That way we can release our stress and we don't got to take it out on the civilians.
Facts. Give me Call of Duty, the new season. Buy me the season pack and a skin that I want.
Okay.
I'll be a better
police officer. I got one more topic. So, have y'all seen the Ma'Khia Brown video?
Yeah, bro. This is deep videos.
Ma'Khia Brown.
I didn't know this podcast was gonna be of this nature.
When the girl, she had the knife, she was shot 4 times and she died by the police. Now, I think that shooting was 150% justified. What say y'all?
Have you seen it?
I didn't see it.
150. I haven't seen the video. I saw the pictures, and I saw everybody's like opinions on it, and that was enough for me.
You was like, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Okay, fuck the police.
No, not that. I do feel like what they did was right in terms of protecting the other girl's life. Do I feel like she needed to be shot 4 times? No, but I'm also not a police, not trained in that area for how many times they need to shoot somebody with a knife in their hand. That's 16. So that's my thing. But,
yeah, it is wild that they shot so many times.
What a gun? Knife?
She had a knife. She had like a kitchen knife, and she was about to stab the girl, and then they shot her 4 times.
She was in this position like this.
Yeah.
Right? He said get down multiple times.
So she went back in the house to go get
that was justified.
A weapon, and then they shot her. So
it's also terrible that lady got shot in that situation.
A lot of times though.
Just like that. Yeah, dead now.
I think it was a lot of.
So do you shoot once and then
honestly,
she still goes through with the motion to stab the girl, and then now what situation do you have on your hands?
And she pleads out.
Wait, so you shot her and she's still in the motion of stabbing the person?
No, I'm saying. So you're saying y'all saying 4 shots is too many, right? Let's say he shot her once. What if he missed? Let's say he shot her once and she's still going on. Like and then the other girl.
You gotta keep shooting to the threat is
neutralized, right?
Yeah.
So how can we say 4 shots is too much?
Pretty much, you train. Honestly, you train to kill. A bullet. I mean, a gun is to kill. I mean, not to injure.
You shoot to kill.
Yeah, you train to kill.
Like, that's why it's a last resort. It's because it's supposed to kill, neutralize.
I mean, that's a gun. That's
I like that. I like the idea of shooting people in the leg. No, you could also miss a leg, I guess.
Because I mean, if you're in a situation pulling out a gun that fast and aiming at the leg, that's a small target. You gotta shoot whatever. You gotta whatever's in front of you.
Then you shot somebody else. No,
I mean,
you got 3 deaths on your ass.
No, I mean,
hold on, I'm going to jail.
Yeah, what the officer did, I mean, that was kind of close. You know, shooting the suspect and the victims right there. You know.
But I do believe that once you're willing to take someone else's life, you relinquish your right to keep your own, because you're just trying to kill people at that point.
So who's supposed to do those? Who's supposed to take care of those situations?
Authority figures.
So then once they feel like they should take away someone's life, you said then they should have knives.
Like he's pretty much saying
you're pretty
like for her to put herself in that position, she was prepared to die, basically.
Wait,
I doubt she was thinking about it like that. I think she was just angry.
Wait, but why did she still trying to stab her? What was
she had got jumped, so she went back in the house to protect herself. That
Oh,
was her method of protection.
And her parents were letting her. I think it was her parents. They were like letting her do the shit. And one of the guys kicked the other girl that was like trying to jump her too, right in front of the police officer. So it's just a weird situation altogether. And when the officer pulls up, he doesn't know like this girl tried to jump her before. He doesn't know. He just sees that there's a girl trying to stab somebody. So in that situation, he had to do what he had to do. So I don't think people should be mad at all. I think they're just shit. Sometimes people die.
He got put on leave too. I think he.
Yeah, that nigga's not coming back. I doubt he'll come back.
I mean, I hope he comes back because then that kind of sets a precedent for like what
should be done, right?
Moving forward,
right?
Because then it's just like, I mean, you gotta let cops do their jobs.
Yeah, I mean, what we gonna do is watch what happened and just let her die.
Right.
I mean, you got to do something.
And then they'd be like, he didn't want to save that black girl's life.
Yeah,
whatever.
Either that or that. He killed.
If that was a white girl, he would have taken the shot or whatever.
And then, and he was like, there's some people saying he should have tackled her or something, but like he was like 6 feet away from her, and she's already in the active swing. So like, what if he did try to tackle her, miss, and then she ends up getting? So it's just a lose situation at that point.
I mean, he could have tased her. Depending on like the angle,
but she was already like
or
right
pepper
there.
spray or something. I don't know.
It's so much easier trying to dissect the situation once the dust settles. When you're in the situation, it's
know, just like he said, it's split second. That's understandable.
Yes.
But if only he was thinking about different methods, there were other ones.
What could he have done?
This goes back to police training,
right? Like he's.
Yeah. It's just because one in the police training I was in, like situations like that, it's like you got to just think about. But that was more like a situational like environment. But in the real life situation, it's kind of like it's hard to think about it. You just think about first nature, like what you gonna pull out. If someone's killing somebody, always pull out a gun and trying to shoot.
Oh
them.
Damn! Did y'all hear about that lady that pulled out the gun instead of the taser?
Taser.
And started shooting bullets. That was wild. And she was like, whoops. But even, I mean, obviously that was stupid and incompetent of her. But then the guy was trying to drive away also. So that's another situation where people aren't getting arrested like how they're supposed to get arrested. Yeah. It's like to a certain extent you're putting yourself in that situation.
And it's like situations like these only like perpetuate the cycle because more and more people are gonna try to get away from cops.
Now you're scared of the cops.
Yeah, now you're scared. So now when you have an interaction with cops, you're gonna be more tense. You're gonna be more likely to do something that you shouldn't be doing. And the same thing, the cop on the other hand is like, this motherfucker do something. And as soon as you do something, I'm gonna pop this nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
I don't really think that's the train of thought.
I don't know.
When every time I have interactions with cops, that's basically how the transaction goes. It's I want you to do something so I could just take you, get you to do something so I can have a reason to do something back to you. So why?
You can't be reasonable. Like you can't be regular with a cop.
No, I can, but it's like they provoke you to like make you want to do. I don't do anything.
I've been pulled over. No cop never provoked me nothing.
Do cops like reach in your car, open your door, and pull you outside of the car?
No,
that's what happened to me.
Extra. But you can't do that unless
they pulled you. They pulled you through the window.
No, they opened the door. You push your stop, put your hands on.
I've never been in this situation.
All right, boom, right. You have your ID license. Yeah, it's in the glove box. All right. Another cop goes to the other side, opens the door, gets the shit out. The other cop says, "I'm gonna open your door," and then, I don't know the law.
I feel like that's
that's my point.
Hold on. But what time of day was that?
Like nighttime.
2 a.m. and he was driving in circles around the block.
I mean, given like the environment, like where you was at and everything, I mean, it's kind of like officer safety. So.
Okay.
I mean, they don't know what you have in your.
All right.
I don't know if your window was tinted. I don't know. Like,
the windows weren't.
I don't know if your window was up or down, like halfway.
Down. It was already down.
So it's like, I mean, that cop, like, put your hand in the steering wheel. That's reasonable.
Right.
Like,
that's reasonable.
No, he wants to see your hands.
Right.
Right. And as far as the cop, like you asked, he told you where's your ID.
Right.
From it, so you open it.
Right. And then so there's two cops, right?
Okay.
The other cop.
Yeah.
On my hands on the steering wheel. He opens the door. Drags me out the car, slaps me up against the police car, and puts me up in handcuffs. Right?
For what though? Why?
That's literally all that happens. So this is my thing. People don't know what cops are allowed to do, what can't do, and cops take advantage of that, right? Yes. And then let's say if I was somebody else and I retaliate, like, bro, maybe I know you can't do that. So I'm like, yo, what are you doing? You can't do this. Now it's listen, you're resisting arrest, right? So then now it's like. Now the cops like provoking you in a sense to do something, and then now it's a whole nother situation on the hand.
But he told you was arrested or detained?
Nothing.
He just put you in handcuffs.
Yeah.
And did he search you or pat you down?
He searched me, pat me down. I said, "Oh, not this again." so
I don't know. He should have told you like
exactly. So we have too many like.
Can you ask for the body cam footage? Can you request that? Can you demand that?
I think you should be able to.
Yeah,
ain't there a reason why they?
Yeah.
Why they had?
Because like how are these leaking? Like all these other body cam footages?
Yeah. No. Departments they have to. It's a requirement.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
They have to. They have to like link it to the public. Yeah, that's why it's on the internet.
So what do you look for in a girl, bro?
Well,
huh?
That's
wow.
Wait, what?
Let's end it. Let's end it on a high note.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes, so let's
What's a top attribute you look for in a female?
dark skin, big lips,
track star.
I mean, no. It's just like she gotta have some goals.
Eagle socks.
You know,
Black Lives Matter
shirts. Can't be stupid. I want to have some goals.
I
want her to be like.
tell us what you want.
No, I just want her to have some the goals and the drive and the motivation that she's trying to do something.
So you want her to have passion?
Yeah. I don't want her to be just not doing nothing for herself. I mean,
facts.
I want her to do something. I'm optimistic. I feel like I'll push her, and your dreams. I'll fully support you in that.
You should never push a female. That's kind of domestic violence.
You know what he means.
What do you think guys should look for in girls? Yeah, that's a question that hasn't been asked before.
She said, "Wait, what? Can we continue talking about Black Lives Matter?"
I can't answer that question. Everybody has their preferences. Some people.
No, yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
I can't answer.
That means you have a preference, or
you're telling me what do I think guys should look for in a girl?
Yeah. What qualities do you think girls should have?
She gotta have 6 figures, a nice house, a car.
To attract.
She got a clean cook, a wife material.
What qualities do you think women should have to attract men?
Like I said,
I feel like everybody is different. For me, substance is important.
Nice straight. But not every guy.
There's some things are consistent though. You don't think? Some things cross. There's a lot of crossover. Like
I can't think.
A lot of people like the same thing. Like when people were talking about I like
tall, dark skin, black, curly hair, big lip, hoop earring wearing,
like a sense of humor. Like everybody likes people with like a good sense of humor.
I fucking doubt it, bro.
I
doubt it.
Like
you ever see those couples that don't say shit to each other? Like they.
That doesn't mean they don't like it. That just means that they're not with somebody that doesn't have a sense of humor.
Well, I think you
act like people are able to choose who they want. I'm sure
there are people who are. That's just them. They're just regular. They're just how they interact with people.
I'm not saying that there's not. I'm just
so
saying.
I'm sure that it's just like.
But they can still like that. Yeah. Just because I don't have a Milky Way in my life doesn't mean I don't like Milky Ways.
But if you had the options to choose, why would you choose? Why would you act like you have Milky Way? But you don't have a choose. You can't choose when you date people.
Not always. Sometimes sometimes a person just shows up in your life, and then you have.
Well, crap! I gotta stay with her. I gotta stay with her. I don't have a choice.
One thing leads to another, and then you're married or whatever. And it's not even. It's not even a bad. It's not even a bad situation. Maybe it's a crunch bar. Maybe a crunch bar isn't optimal. But
so do you think a person got only one soulmate or multiple soulmates?
That's like saying
nigga, you didn't answer. You said nah.
You said or.
Well, the first thing you said, because it's like think of how
only
great
one soulmate or multiple soulmates.
Think of how great of a guy you are, right? You're basically if you believe that there's one person for you, you're basically saying you're only.
I'm only right for that one person.
For one person in the world somewhere.
So I'll ask you a question.
So he believes that there's multiple.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
There's a lot of people you can make happy. Is what I'm saying.
Potential soulmates. And
soulmates don't have to be romantic.
Well, I don't know what soulmate means.
Like, okay.
I think there's a lot of people that you could be very compatible with in the world.
Like just
obviously.
Jamie wants to talk.
All right, go ahead.
No, I don't.
But
that's the end of the podcast, guys. We have run out of time. Thank you, Tony B, for showing up. Thank you.
Wait. We got
Thank you for. We're just gonna bring up more topics, and we're gonna, we gotta